So this is going to be a boring video or slash, not a video, sorry.
कोई मस्ती कर रहा है क्या? I have been like I'm a third year student and I have been into development since whenever I was in class 10, 11. Being from that age, that taught me that like it was not all because of money. It was because for like my passion, for my enthusiasm in technology, that I learned all these skills all by myself. These may not be useful to all of you, but will definitely be beneficial to most of you. Throughout your life, you will never touch your mouse again whenever you are trying to code. I am an intern at 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀. 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 is a US-based remote startup that focuses on connecting podcasts to their audience, right?
Our very first experiment. How many of you have laptops? I would assume most. Great. So this is going to be a boring video or slash, not a video, sorry. Session. We'll try to keep it interactive. Have you guys heard of Neovim? You guys know Vim? Does anyone use Vim day to day? 1, 2, not a lot of people. Great. So the goal is for us to get comfortable with Vim, Neovim, understand a few distributions. How can you use them in your terminal? And then there are a bunch of other, auxiliary products built out of Vim key bindings. We'll try to understand those as well. Let us know the pace, high, low, if you want us to increase it. We'll try to wrap it up in like 45 minutes to an hour. The session is being taken by Sargam. Sargam is cohort 2 student. He's currently working at 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀. He'll give you an introduction very soon. If you guys cannot hear us at the end, let us know. If it gets really confusing, let us know. We want to keep it super actionable. Feel free to open your laptops and follow along. Wi-Fi's are somewhere there on the tables. The password is shipyard123* with a capital S. I repeat. Feel free to take like a second, open your laptops, and connect to the Wi-Fi. We'll start in like 2 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. Can we be like little bit more interactive? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Very nice, yeah. So today I'm Sargam. I'm a huge fan of 𝗟𝗶 and I'm his student also. And I have been like I'm a third year student and I have been into development since whenever I was in class 10, 11. And being from that age, that taught me that like it was not all because of money. It was because for like my passion, for my enthusiasm in technology, that I learned all these skills all by myself. These may not be useful to all of you, but will definitely be beneficial to most of you. So today we'll be talking about developer productivity. So what it really means is that you allocate some sort of time, right? It takes about like 2 weeks or 1 week to learn Vim key bindings. So after investing that much amount of time, what happens is that throughout your life, you will never touch your mouse again whenever you are trying to code. That's it. You need to invest 2 weeks. You will get the exponential return every time. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to talk about. You can find me at 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 at GitHub and 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 at Twitter in case if you care. Yeah. Next thing is that my introduction. I'm a tech enthusiast. I'm a very huge fan of technology. Today, for the first time, I ever saw AirPod Maxes from 𝗟𝗶. So that made me feel like my day is there, right? I saw something, then like I'm very happy. Next thing is that I'm a hobbyist developer. I do work for a company, but like I'm not there just for the money. I'm just there for like interaction with people, interaction with like-minded people like you all. And other than that, I'm an indie hacker. I try to create a lot of stuff. I create a lot of internal tools and other hacks for like 100x devs. I'm not associated with them directly, but yeah, I do love 100x devs a lot. Yeah. And next thing is that I am an intern at 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀. 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 is a US-based remote startup that focuses on connecting podcasts to their audience, right? You know about podcast, right? Whenever you hear a podcast, you don't have any way to interact with them, right? So our company basically solves that exact problem. So what we do, we have a Reddit-like platform. You can see us at like 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀.io, and like we try to solve that problem. So I'm working there. We are a like team of developers there, and at the end I'm a third year computer science student. I'll be graduating in 2026. So yeah, that's about me. These are all of my friends. I'm here, and some of the people that you can see here are at the end of the row. Yeah, so moving along with the today's agenda. So what are we going to like actually see today is that I'll be going to talk about few things. How many of you have heard about Vim? How many of you regularly use Vim? Okay, let's get something right. Let's understand the metric, like how is our composition. How many of you use Vim on a regular basis? 3. Okay, that's nice, because like if you don't know, then I'm able to teach, right? See? No, and next thing is that how many of you have heard about Vim? Yeah, almost all, right? Very nice. And next thing is that Vim is just it is like a traditional editor, right? But there is an advanced form of Vim that's called Neovim. Neovim is Vim, but like with benefits, right? So I'll be taking you through that also. Let's see like if we can really install in your laptop or not. But like I'll be taking you through like how I code, how I we will code a basic something in like Neovim and just like tinker around with stuff. Next thing is that Vimium. Vimium is a Chrome extension, Chrome or a Firefox extension that helps you to automate your browser. For example, if you want to close all of the tabs in your browser, what will you do? You'll press Ctrl W all right. That's the best thing that you can do. But with Vim, what you can do is there are a lot of key binding that are associated with Vim, right? So using the same key binding, you can automate your browser as well. And you don't essentially you are browsing without using your mouse. And last thing is that, no, not last thing. Second last thing is that I'll be talking about a few command line tools like call and HTTP pi, they say, right? And last thing is that there are a few handy URLs that I want to introduce you all. And yeah, let's get started. Are you guys excited about this? Yes. Really? Yes. That's cool. So, first of all, does this even matter? You know this guy, right? The Turkish player who fought without any equipment, right? This is the guy who uses VScode. This is the guy who uses Vim, but he got the gold medal, right? No. Truth be told, he got the silver medal. He got the appreciation, but he got the gold medal, right? So there's that. You could be this guy, or you could still be this guy. There's no problem with that. But having some essential knowledge in Vim will definitely help you whenever you run into bugs in your EC2 server or your Kubernetes plots fail. And whenever you need to access it into a machine, you don't have to see like how to exit out of Vim, right? I'll be teaching you that today. So let's get into like Vim 101, right? What is Vim? Vim is a terminal-based text editor. It is similar to VScode. Everything that you can do in VScode, I can do in Vim. And Sheikh is there who can do like much more things better. Like he will be sharing his configs. I have been using Vim for like couple of years or more than that, but I'm no matter like the best developer who uses Vim. Have you heard about Prime? Yes. Prime, right? He is the biggest fan of Vim, and I regularly be updated with him. There are more other people like Ben Award, but he stopped putting on YouTube videos. But like there are people who regularly use Vim, and they are like more comfortable with using Vim than the bloated VS Code. So there is one thing about VS Code is that, for example, if you are developing a React app in VS Code, right? Essentially, you are developing an app for a browser inside a browser. Anyone got this? So see, let me explain. VS Code uses Chromium, right? It uses Electron. Electron is a JavaScript framework in which you can write HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to create desktop applications. Electron is a fork of Chromium. Chromium is something that Google team maintains for Chrome. So that means you are writing code inside browser for a browser. See, you are using like what, right? Whenever this is my MacBook, it has only 8 GB of space. Whenever I open VS Code here, it takes the 2 GB. Whenever I use Neovim or something else, it only takes like 200 MB, 300 MB. That also for only the language server and for syntax highlighting, right? So this could be a good decision if your laptop is either slow or you want to be like more productive. You don't want to like bombard your laptop or something. So this could be a good path for any one of you to take. The Vim path that I have went into, and there are maybe like a lot of people in Bangalore that do this. So next thing is that like anything like in order to copy something, right? We do Ctrl+C. No, that's too slow because you can do YY. Why? Because YY is just at your fingertips, right? For Ctrl+C, you need to put this here and here. It's so long, right? We don't want that. We never want that. We want everything to happen in one go. If you want to delete a line, what do? You go Ctrl+X, or you like select the entire line. And after that, you delete that using the backspace key. That's too long, bro. I just use DD and it's gone. And next thing is that in order to paste something, you do Ctrl+V, right? No, I use P. That's just paste. In order to undo, Control Z, no, U. There are a lot of comments that I'll be taking you through. I'll be giving you a basic architecture of like how Vim works, how do you can use it. No, like I won't promise you that you will be like Vim god by today, but definitely like the things that are like really needed. Like in order to exit the Vim today from this class onwards, you won't be stuck inside a Vim and you will not close your terminal whenever you want to extend, whenever you want to exit Vim. So that's my guarantee at least. So yeah, one thing. How many of you use Unix like operating system, be it Linux or Mac OS? Raise your hand. Very good. How many of you use Windows? That's also good. Do you guys have WSL, Windows of System for Linux? Okay, only few. No problem. So one thing is that we can take a break, like for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Just go to like your browser and so just search like about Vim. Like no, not search about Vim. Just download Vim for your system. If you are not able to do that, I'll give you a hack by whenever we are not able to do that, right? So let's wait for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Whenever like half of you are done, we'll continue on. By the way, like I think all of you have Git, right? Git for Windows. Definitely, right? So whenever you install Git for Windows, there comes a application called Git Pass, right? So you can use Vim there also. Like we don't want the drop-offs rate. Can you guys all try and go to the Git Bash window and just type the Vim command and press enter? No, like do you have Git Bash? Yeah, then that's no need to install. It's there already.
What's the difference between Emacs and
Emacs, it's like difference between Go and Rust. Like they both do essentially the same things, but like they are like liked by different type of people. Emacs has a lot of distribution like Spacemacs, Doommacs, and a lot of the things. I don't know a lot about Emacs. I find it quite a lot weird. But Vim is like it's like React. Emacs is more like Angular. Like it has its own way of doing stuff, but it's like more complex. Like I have seen people, right? If you go to subreddits and all, you can see people who run browser out of Emacs. So it's that kind of application. Any question till yet, guys? Everyone have downloaded? Anyone I need to stop for? Please raise your hand. Okay, so I'm assuming like since no one stopped me, so all of you have Vim in your system. Assuming like all of you have Vim in your system, let's do a Vim workflow. What do I mean by that? Can you close Vim without closing the terminal? No, right? Not right now, right? So see, when you like there are a lot of memes around like closing a Vim. What people tell is that first close the terminal. That's like first level. Next level is turn off the PC. Third level is turn off the current always. The fourth one is like just break the PC, like you can't exit, right? And the next thing is that like this is a beta guy who want to exit a Vim, who want to exit Vim, right? But this is like once you start using Vim, you can't go away because like it has so much exponential benefits that definitely it's something to consider, right? So I'll go through like few commands. I'll try to explain you like what is Vim all about, what is the hype all about, is it really useful or not? You guys can tell me at the end. I'll try to explain and let's see like how it goes, right? So few things. Vim is not original. VI is the original editor. VIM stand for VI but improved. Vim is the improved version of VI. Next thing is that can I have your attention, guys? Right? Very nice. So there are 3 modes in Vim. One is the normal mode, another is the visual mode, third is the input mode, insert mode. I'm sorry. So let's talk about something like normal mode is like whatever you are in right now, right? You are not able to write anything, you are not able to do anything. There is just a black window there is just a cursor that is like blinking from time to time, but you can't do anything, right? That is you are in normal mode. So in normal mode you can execute commands. So first command that we will learn is how to exit Vim. So in your keyboard, just right side of the L key there is a colon key, not semicolon key. I remind, not semicolon key but the colon key. Shift plus semicolon, right? Did you click that? After that Q, colon and Q, something like this. No W but Q. Yeah. After that press enter. Did it close for most of you? That's how exit Vim. Like that is like the easiest thing that you can do. Now from now on, like whenever you are trapped in Vim, you just type the command :q, then that will get you out of the Vim. So what :q means? Like see, first thing, may I have your attention, guys? I wanted to explain like something regarding this :key. So whenever you start a colon, right, that means you are doing some kind of advanced command. So that means you are not just interacting with the Vim, but you are trying to do something with the file, right? For example, whenever you do :q, that means just quit me out of this file. Q stands for quit, and :wq stands for first write the file, after that quit it. And there is another command that is q and exclamation point. That means you have written something in the file. That is like basically like whenever you close the VS Code, it asks for a prompt, right? Do you want to save the file or not? If you press save, that is :wq. If you press no, that is q and exclamation point. And if you just close the file, that is q. Are you clear about this? Very nice. So I explained you about the normal mode. Normal mode is where like all of the commands happen. You can enter into whenever you want to exit out of Vim, you must be in the normal mode. Or whenever you want to change the modes, right? There are 3 modes: normal, visual, and insert. Then also you should be in the normal mode. For example, if I want to go from insert mode to visual mode, right? Then first I go to normal mode. After then I go to visual mode. This might be like pretty hard to digest, pretty hard to chew. But like just bear in mind, like don't think a lot about it. But like just try to develop some kind of intuition regarding this thing. So visual mode, right? What is the most common thing that we as a programmer do, guys? Tell. It's copying and pasting the code, guys. Yeah, we do that only, right? So in Vim, we have a separate thing for that. Like for selecting the text and copying the text, we have visual mode, right? Next thing is that we like not always, but like sometimes we write our own code, right? In order to write our own code, we use the insert mode. So that's like that's like basically high overview of Vim. That is, whenever you enter Vim, you are in the normal mode. Whenever you want to edit something, you go into insert mode. Whenever you want to select something, you go into visual mode and select something, right? That's it. Now there are like in Vim your mouse won't work. In Vim cursor keys will work, but like it's not useful. Like that's like you're developing a bad habit. Typing with 2 fingers is far worse than typing with all fingers, right? So using arrow keys is something like that, right? So I'll be talking about basic navigation. I'll be exit this, right? So I'll open my terminal. You open yours. This is my terminal. After I go to like the demo folder today. कोई मस्ती कर रहा है क्या? Let's do workshop.txt. Only if I could spell. What happened? Actually, it will create a file, but in the Vim buffer. But once after you save that using the :wq, only after that it is created in the system. Did you get that? It is created in the Vim buffer, but not in the actual file system. But once you save that, it is created. Very nice. Let's do enter, and I'll write something. I am very happy to be here. I love legacy. I love people in tech. I want to become a good engineer. Yeah. So I have written about 4 lines, right? How did I start writing? I was in the normal mode. After that, I pressed I. Press I and start writing. Right? So you are now in the insert mode, right? But if you want to exit out of this, you can do the escape key. Press the escape key. See the caret changes, right? It was thin, now it is thick. It's thin, thick, thin, thick. I press escape, right? See, escape is represented by this circle thing. And whenever I press I, it is represented by this I. So escape I to toggle between normal and insert mode, right? Again, like once you go to the normal mode, I am in normal mode, right? I can start typing B. B will take me to visual mode. Visual mode is all where copy and paste happens, right? Is that making sense, guys? Very good. For moving up and down in a Vim file, you can use commands like HJKL, where H will take you to the left, J will take you to the down, K will take you to the top, and L will take you to the right. You like, for like a minute or a half, just try to tinker around with that. Just like, be a bit familiar with that. And anyone having problem, just call me around. Anyone? Yeah.
I did. I came in the insert mode.
Yeah.
And after that, like I typed. So now to back.
Escape. Now you are there, but like your cursor is not like mine, right? I use Mac. That's why it's not showing. Whenever you are in insert mode, it shows insert, right? Yeah, please.
What did you say using how to move using JKL?
Yeah. This like okay. I'll do something very advanced. Don't get shocked.
Okay, yeah.
I did this right.
Yeah.
So whenever you want to move around text, right? H will take you here, L will take you right, J and K will take you top and down.
Okay, then how
Got
do
it?
you type using K? Like if we need. Okay.
You go into insert mode.
Okay. I mean.
You
Okay.
write the 4 plus the E in the board. H for left hand, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's good idea. Yeah, see, whenever you press H, whenever you are in normal mode, it will take you left. Whenever you press J, it will take you down. Whenever you press K, it will take you up. Whenever you press L, it will take you right? But all these things, right, I don't remember all this. That's in my muscle memory. It will take you about 2 weeks to get to like what I'm at. And after that, you will be comfortable with this syntax. Like, I want to go down, right? I just press this. I want to go left, right? Everything happens with like muscle memory. Once you get like enough hang with Vim. So we understood like basic navigation, right? We understood like how to navigate basically. We want to get left. You want to go to left. You press H. You want to go to down. J, K, L respectively. So you would say, okay, I left my mouse here, but like this is still too slow, right? What if I want to like jump around? Like I want to go to like, oh my god, I want to go to like 10th line of code. So I'll do a little bit, like I'll do something like that I haven't covered yet, but I'll try to copy and paste all this. See? Now there are like a lot of lines of code, right? So if I want to go to a certain line, let's say I want to go to line number 14, then what I can do is I'll press colon, see, colon. After that I press 15 and I press enter. I am in the 15th line. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this is how you can go to a specific line number. Do you guys know the shortcut to do this in VScode? No, right? So essentially if you are traversing through a 500 line of code, right, and you want to get to like 465, so how would you do? You just scroll down and go there, right? But in Vim we have key binding for that as well. And next thing is that Vim new.txt, right? My Vim looks a little bit different because I have some themes and all installed here. I forgot to remove them because I forgot to remove, that's my bad, but like the functionality should be the same, right? Suppose I write some kind of Python function, func something, right? This is not even Python here. So I have written a Python function, right? So this is not enough actually. I want to jump through the functions, right? Directly I want to go to the third line, right? So in that case what I can do is I can use the closing curly braces. See, that will jump me around the code. Like wherever there is a space, only then it will stop, else like it will not stop. Sorry? Oh, it's here actually. Opening bracket and closing bracket. Opening bracket will take you jump up. It will just jump you up. Closing bracket will jump you down. Yeah, curly braces. And next thing is that, right? How many of you work in React? Please, like, don't be shy. Raise your hand. Yeah. So in React, most of the things we do now, like class-based component are not a thing. We all use functional component, right? So just tell me one thing. All of the JSX code is at the bottom of the functions, right? Whatever you return is your JSX code, right? So essentially, what if you could go to the bottom of the file and just like go up using the opening curly braces? Then you will be essentially where you wanted to be, right? In any React project, that is the case. So in order to go to top and the bottom of the file, you can press Shift G, capital G to go to the bottom, and double G to go to the top. Please try out, guys. Yeah, may I move on, guys? I like a little bit of, yeah. So these are like rookie things, right? The main thing is like how do you copy paste and delete, how do you do undo and redo. Now we learned the basic navigation. If you didn't understand a lot, like you just need to understand like J and K will take you to the top and bottom, right? It will you can go to the top using J, you can go to the bottom using K, right? That's like the TLDR. No need to learn anything else. So you want to copy some code, right? Let's do the delete first actually. Just do DD twice. DD twice. Is that removing the entire line? Yeah, right? So that's how like removing a line is that fast in Vim, right? That is actually not the delete command, it's actually the cut command, right? This thing, whenever I do DD, it's there in the Vim buffer. Whenever I want to paste that, just press the P key. Works? Works, right? Yeah, very good. And after that, what if you want to copy some text, right? In Vim, we don't say it copy. Vim has its own terminology. It say like the term is called yank. So you yank a text to the Vim buffer. After that, you can do whatever you want. For example, I do YY to copy. See, there is some kind of animation in my thing, right? YY to copy, and I want to paste. I'll do PP. Is that making sense, guys? Just to sum up, DD to delete a line, P to paste that line, YY to copy that line, P to again paste that line. That's it. Is it fine? Okay, I think it is. So next thing we could next thing that we do a lot is that if we don't maintain current version, right? If you don't do it something like version control system like Git, and like you forgot to commit something, right? You can't go back to that, right? So most important thing that we still need is undo and redo commands, right? So you can do undo in Vim with just using U. Try to paste U. Works, right? And if you want to redo all of the changes, then just press Ctrl plus R. Everything is there. So we are like, we are well above the basics. We know how to copy paste, we know how to delete, we know how to cut the line, we know how to do undo, we know how to do redo, and other than that we know how to like traverse, right? Just simple. J for down, K for top. That's enough. You can learn. If you want to learn anything, then like you can learn at like your own pace, your own interest. So there's that. There are like a few things, right, that Vim is really good about. That is, for example, I copy this line. See the animation. I copy this line, right? What if I want to paste this line for the 10th time? Should I do p 10 times? No, right? That is not something we do. We use loops, right? So in order to use something like loops in Vim, just type how many times you want that to be repeated, 1, 0, and p. What if you want to go back? Just press undo, and we are back. This is how fast Vim is. I'll do redo, I'll do undo, redo, undo. Yeah, it's quite fast, right? So this is all about that. I have like a small meme like thing. See, you do like 100 times this, after that you will get 100x diffs, right? In Vim, like you just type 100 times diffs, then you will get 100x diffs. Sorry. And there are like a few special characters that makes Vim really special is that most often or not, we all miss that semicolon at the end of C++ file or the Java file and the code doesn't run, right? What do you usually do? You go at the end using your mouse, after that you press that, and after that you go and save the file, right? No, we don't do that in Vim. We press control and 4 for the dollar sign, and it will take me to the end of the line. Got it? Sorry. If you press the dollar sign in your keyboard that you can access with Shift plus 4, that will take you to the end of the line. That does make sense? Very nice. After that, if you want to go to the beginning of the line, just press 0. $0, $0, right? That's good. And at the end, there is like something, that's like too cool with Vim. That is, for example, I copied all this code, right? Why? Oh my god. Why? And I pasted this, right? What if I want to repeat this again? You just press the period, see? It will repeat itself. Whatever the last command that you executed, that will be saved in the period and it will like be executed once more. And one thing, like if I were to I were to sell you, like if I was a shopkeeper and I would want to sell you, just use Vim. Then what I can show you is that the Vim has a very powerful concept called as macros. So macros are like, for example, what do you do when you want to climb a stair, right? First you lift up your leg, then you keep your leg there, right, in the stair. After that you keep your leg there, again you take another leg, again you do this for many times, right? So similar to this, we can automate the code in Vim using macros. I'll give you an example. No need to learn this, no need to understand this. These are like the advanced Vim snippets that people really care about. Like people who are really into Vim, they use Vim because of these things. No need to understand the command. I'll just show you the magic. So see, I have a list of like 20 fruits, right? My problem statement is that I want to make it an array in JavaScript, right? Is this a valid string? No, right? Because it is not inside quotation mark, and again it will not be valid array because like it doesn't have comma after that, right? After every line there should be comma, right? So I will start recording a macro. Don't learn this part. This is like pretty useless. Like until you are into something like these kind of use cases. I'll start recording a macro. Macro will be @. Has been started to recorded. I'll put the thing. What's the thing? Quotation mark here. I'll go to normal mode. I'll go to end of file. I'll put another this thing, and after that I'll put comma. I'll do escape. I go down. I go to the beginning of the line, and I save the macro. How many of you could comprehend whatever I did right now? Not you did. Quite impressive actually. What I did was I told Vim, do this thing whenever I press something, right? You put one quotation mark here, one quotation mark there, and comma at the end until whenever I trigger something. So I will trigger that macro, right? See, @h works. @h works. What did I tell you? If I want to repeat a command 10 times in Vim, I'll do 10 @h. This is the power of Vim. And moving more, there are now 5, right? Then it's like 5 times. 5 @h. Again 1 @h. Oh, more are there. @h. What I do? I go to the top of the file using Shift G. I go to the top of the file using GG. I put what it's called, the square bracket there. I go to the bottom of the file using capital G. I put a closing bracket there. Here you go, folks. We have a valid JavaScript array using Vim. We had a list of things. We created an array out of that, right? Not only this, we can use this to parse CSV, comma separated files, comma separated values. Files are there, right? TSVs, tab separated values. We can do find and replace in Vim. Vim is very powerful because everything, this is just for the developers, right? This is not for ordinary people, they can't use it. So there are like powerful APIs, you can use regex to search. I know like there are few things that you could do in VScode as well, but like that's just like too bulky to do that. You can use regex to select email addresses from a file, you can extract that, like there is like endless possibility that you can do with Vim. And yeah, I have a specific config that looks like this, right? Else like it will be just black and like black background with the white text in front with like no numbers around, right? So this is how you can go about, how you can customize Vim. And next thing that we'll talk about, I'll get to my presentation. Yeah, how was that, guys? Was that interesting? Was that like a lot of information? Was that like I saw something, I tried to complement something, I didn't get a lot? How was that? Some feedback regarding? Interesting? That's good. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. So talking about that, Vim is again a primitive thing because there are more better tools like Neovim that are out there in the market. What I also don't use Vim, I use Neovim just because like it has a lot of plugins. Like for example, you want a Copilot plugin, you will get there. You want some kind of color thing, you will get there. But you just need to know the commands how to install, right? Like for example, you want to get syntax highlighting for that, you will get that. You want like autocomplete, you will get that. Whatever functionality, right? Whenever you go to the top of the JavaScript file and you see like the definitions and all of those are available in Neovim using the plugins, right? So Neovim has everything that Vim has basically. Next thing is that it has LSP. LSP stands for Language Server Protocol. This protocol was developed by Visual Studio Code team, like people at Microsoft, right? They thought, why not, like there are a lot of text editor right now, right? IntelliJ is there. IntelliJ has like a wide broad of products. Next thing is that Vim is there, and ZD is also there in the market. Cursor is also there. VScode is also there, right? So how can you make all this, and like how can you centralize the actual logic, right? For example, front end may look something different, right? All of the front end can be different, but there is a central thing that governs everything, that is called LSP, Language Server Protocol. Like whatever the autocomplete that you get, that is through this thing. And whenever like you might be facing this, right? Sometimes like your TypeScript is not giving you proper autocomplete. In that case, your language server is sometimes dead, just for your information. And it is extendable via Lua language. Lua is a very high level language that is similar to Python. It has like even less keywords, and it is like majorly used in development of some games using Love library and extensions using the Vim plugin, right? Lua is the biggest store for all of the Vim plugins out there. Anything that you can find in VS Code that probably has a port for Vim or Neovim. So there's that. And next thing is that there are popular starters, like for example Neovim is similar to Vim, but there are like starter kits. Like for example, whenever you open your VS Code, right, it is not empty, right? There are like few things that are pre-configured. Similar to that, it's like using Next.js. Next.js has all of the things, right? For those of you who don't know Next.js is, if you are under the rock, it is a front-end framework, full-stack front-end framework developed by the team Vercel. It has like all of the things like routing, everything is configured there. We just need to write our code, right? So similar to that, AstroVim and LaserVim, these are the frameworks that are like that fork the original Neovim, and like they are customized to like look a lot far better than what it was previously. Okay, next thing is that I'll just show you like how Neovim looks. You don't need to see this, like if you are interested, just go to the AstroVim repo. Like for example, I'll show you AstroVim. Just go there and like start learning about stuff. If you find it interesting, yeah, congratulations, you are a good person. Else you can just see the website, and yeah, I'll open a good repo, zcms name. So whenever you open Neovim, right, you see something like this. Like there are a lot of folders, right? They are quite readable, right? First there are migration, the database migration. There is the Prisma file. There are like public things. All of them are there. You can even see the file extension as well as the icons, right? It's not like all plain black and white, but like there are like textures all around that. And like if I open something like the Docker file, right? See, It has a syntax highlighting also, like the from, arg, work directory, copy, run. All these commands are native to Docker, right? That's why these are like already syntaxly highlighted. So this is all about Neovim. Neovim has like a lot of things. Like for example, if I want to open a terminal, I can just do leader. A leader is a concept in Neovim that is basically like you start with leader. After that, you start doing something, right? For example, I'll do leader T for terminal stuff. What do I want? Do I want the floating terminal, like something like this? Do I want this, or do I want this? Or there are endless possibilities. If you want to work with Git, if you want to see what are the state changes are there, everything, every plugin this thing has. If you want to see the sidebar similar to VScode, this thing has. If you want to go if you want to change these things, Vim has all that. Neovim has all that. If you care to see that, I told you to see the 𝗟𝗶_Vim repo. Just like see, explore if you want this. Or like you can follow some YouTubers around like Primeagen, Ben Award. They are they are the people who influence about Vim in the global community. So you can watch them. You can understand how all these things work. Like basically you are converting from nothing to a full IDE, right? Integrated development environment. So there's that. Next thing is that let's build a super simple Todo app using. I'll use Neovim. If you know how to do a basic what is called like backend development, let's do that. So let's just have a competition. I'll be working on Neovim. You guys work on whatever you are comfortable with you, and just don't use AI. Don't use Supermaven or Google GitHub Copilot, and let's see. Are you up for the challenge?
You guys understand what to do?
Just build a Todo app. There should be like the get route, get route to see what are the to-dos, what a particular to-do is, delete a to-do, mark it as complete, update the to-do and stuff.
And if you don't understand it, it's fine. You just watch it.
Yeah, that's like ASMR. I installed the dependency. Now I'll configure the database. I will use Prisma, Prisma init for that. It's there. I'll put the database credentials. I'll go to the .env file. I'll go there. I have a local Docker instance running, Docker PS. I have a Postgres instance running in my local machine. I'll use this. These are my credentials. Don't steal that. So I'll just create a listen, right? Listen port 3000 will give a very simple message. Console.log server is running in port 3000. That's good. Let's test if it works or not. TS node dot. Yeah, server is running. Now I need to import the database and all. Import. Okay, I haven't done the thing. Oh my god. I need to create the Prisma model, right? Whatever the to-do model is going to look like, I need to create that. So I'm here. id int @id @default auto increment. Oops. Title should be string. completed boolean at default false. It's good.
Yeah, 2 minutes we have to finish the whole.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with this. Oh, nice cats. Where is it? Yeah, like it has a good LSP support, right? How do you import a Prisma client?
Add Prisma client from add Prisma slash client.
Oh,
Import Prisma client capital from add Prisma slash client. There you go. Client spelling. Line 4, 20 seconds. Is anyone else able to do it? Oh yeah. Sargam, how are we doing on the clock?
no, it's fine. So like I wanted to copy the logic to get the ID again, right? So I used visual mode. I went down, I copied 3 lines, I yanked it, and I am pasting it here. Now I need to const updated to do equals to await dv dot to do dot update. Complete. Okay. Sorry.
Round of applause, guys.
I must admit, like it was quite hard, right? But I'm pretty sure like this will work. I'm like pretty sure. But how do you guys test your APIs? What do you use? But I use call. Have you heard about call? I'll explain. Yeah, okay, I'll try. So call, right? Call is a library written by very smart folks. So what it basically does is that it's like Postman or Insomnia for the terminal, right? It's like whenever you want to, just get a HTTP GET request, then you can go to your terminal, right? You open a new pane, then you do call https example.com. Yeah, see, you get the HTML, right? So this is what basically call is. And if you want to, there is a even better library. It is called http_py. It gives you, these all in syntax highlighted manner. You write https example.com. See, it gives the same result, but the output is little bit nicer because we have the headers, right? Like it is showing me what sort of HTTP request it is, what is the response and all that. Also the encoding stuff, decoding stuff, and whether the cache was hit or like the cache was missed, all that stuff. And this is a quite a good thing to test your APIs. For example, if I want to test my Todo API, Todo application, if I am running that. Yeah, HTTP localhost 3000/todo/1, right? What should it return? We don't have any data right now, right? See, connection aborted, remote distance closed without response. That means my server is facing error because like there is no data, right? And most probably it is closed. Yeah. I will create, right? To create, what should I do? I'll do post. In which endpoint? HTTP localhost 3000/todos. What will be my body? My body will be title equals to fun, right? I'll just do this. Sorry for that, guys. I think there is some issue with the server. Sorry about that. But no problem. The real thing is that actually I try to practice quite a lot of time, and I'm feeling embarrassed about this. But it's fine. It happens whenever you do live coding. But basically, the real TLDR, too long you didn't hear that, is whenever you do HTTP post, that is you do a post request on the localhost 3000/todos endpoint with the body title equals to fun, right? So basically, this is something not a lot of people do. We for even just testing something whether Google is running or not, we do we go and search there. But there are more reliable thing to do. For example, you can do a ping command, right? Ping command to google.com. So it will see, right? It is responding in 18 milliseconds, right? That means Google is up. So try to be more familiar with the command line. Try to leave the bloated GUI stuff. If you want to take something from this talk, from this workshop, is that not everything should be looking fancy. It should not it should be like, it should not be like this Mac, right? It can do all of the things. It's like very small. It has a long battery life, and it is all rounder, right? But not all things should be there, right? Something can be like this remote, right? It has its functionality. It does just this, and it's fine. It doesn't need anything more. It doesn't need any hi-fi chips. That's all I want to tell you. And there were like few topics that I wanted to cover that were not possible because I think this took quite a long time. Thank you for your attention. Wait. I'm not done yet. And this was actually my first talk. So assuming that, I think I did, I did quite well. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. And one more thing, this sort of audience cannot be in any part of India. Only Bangalore is possible. So hoping to meet you guys again, for the next talk, whatever the tech event happens. Let's just meet. I'm Sargam. Let's meet. Let's have a chat after this. Thank you so much, guys.
Cool. There's a small bounty for $50. If someone can guess what was wrong. Does anyone know? No. Very close, but no. Database what? Sorry, what did someone say? Yeah, that's right. Your friend. I mean, someone said there first. What did you say? Yeah, he forgot to migrate the database. That was the issue.
Oopsie daisy.
Cool. Who was there? I don't know. 2 people you can split as well.
Yeah.
3 people. You work at Mercedes, so you don't need the money. So, all right. Whoever that was, or 2 people. You're Sargam's friend, I'm guy. Cool. Round of applause, guys.